Welcome you all. This video is the continuation to my previous video on examples on mathematical modeling of mechanical rotational system. In this video, let us see two more examples, one for the mechanical rotational system and the other one based on mechanical translational system. So the first question is, the torque is transmitted through a gear of ratio N1 is to N2 to a load with the moment of inertia J and viscous friction B as shown in the figure. Find the transfer function theta 3 of S by T of S for the system. So the system is given. It has a gear. So one gear with the ratio, the number of teeth N1 is driving the other gear with the number of teeth N2. So the applied torque is T, which causes a displacement theta 1 of T and theta 3 of T to the load. So we need to obtain the transfer function theta 3 of S by T of S, where theta 3 of S is the displacement of the load, T of S is the applied torque. So in order to obtain the transfer function, first we need to draw the equivalent mechanical network and then write down the differential equations, apply the Laplace transform, rearrange it in order to obtain theta 3 of S by T of S. So first let us draw the equivalent mechanical network. So in order to draw the equivalent mechanical network, the first thing is we need to represent the displacement as nodes. So here there are three displacements, that is theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3. So this theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3 becomes the node of the equivalent mechanical network. So first we represent the displacement, that is theta 1 of T, theta 2 of T, theta 3 of T. Now in between this theta 2 and theta 3, there is a spring, torsional spring, which we need to represent. So it is nothing but K, okay, and at theta 2, it's only the torque, which is nothing but T2, that we write it here T2, and there is a gearbox with a ratio N1 is to N2. So that we represent it here. It's a gear with ratio N1 is to N2. So this gear connects the source to the load. The applied torque is T. The applied torque is T. Then at theta 3, so right now we are remaining with the load which we haven't represented. So that at theta 3 we need to represent the moment of inertia, which is J, okay, and then the damper, which is B. So this is our equivalent mechanical network. Now with the help of this mechanical network, we are going to write down the differential equations. So this particular gear with teeth N1 is to N2 is related to the torque by the relation T2 by T1 is equal to N2 by N1. So we need to use this also. Okay. So we write down the differential equation for this. So we will have the equation, differential equations, T2 by T1 equal to N2 by N1, or we can write T2 is equal to T1 into N2 by N1. So for this particular system, our T1 is nothing but equal to T. So we write it as T of T into N2 by N1. So if we apply Laplace to this, we get T2 of S is equal to T of S into N2 by N1. Consider this as equation 1. So this is our differential equation, one equation which relates the torque with the gear ratio. Apply Laplace, we get this. Consider it as equation 1. So next one is the torque T2, okay, which is at node theta 2. So the torque T2 of T is nothing but K, the opposing torque is K into theta 2 of T minus theta 3 of T. So if we apply Laplace to this, it becomes T2 of S is equal to K into theta 2 of S minus theta 3 of S. Treat this as equation 2. Now what is remaining? Remaining is at node theta 3. So at node theta 3 of T, if you consider, it becomes K, the applied torque is 0, okay. So that is equal to J into d square theta 3 of T by dt square plus B into d theta 3 of T by dt plus K into theta 3 of T minus theta 2 of T. So you apply Laplace to this. So it becomes 0 equal to J into S square theta 3 of S plus B into S into theta 3 of S plus K into theta 3 of S minus theta 2 of S. Consider this as equation 3. Okay. So we have three equations now. T2 of S equal to T of S into N2 by N1. T2 of S is equal to K into theta 2 of S minus theta 3 of S, and 0 equal to J into S square theta 3 of S plus BS theta 3 of S plus K into theta 3 of S minus theta 2 of S. So we consider these three equations, rearrange it in order to obtain our required transfer function, which is theta 3 of S by T of S. So we have T2 of S is equal to T of S into N2 by N1. We have T2 of S is equal to K into theta 2 of S minus theta 3 of S. We have 0 equal to J into S square theta 3 of S plus BS theta 3 of S plus K into theta 3 of S minus K into theta 2 of S. So now this particular equation, we separate the terms containing theta 3 of S. So it becomes theta 3 of S into Js square plus Bs plus K minus K into theta 2 of S, or we can write theta 2 of S is equal to theta 3 of S into Js square plus Bs plus K. This was our equation 1, this was our equation 2, and this was equation 3. This divided by K. Okay. Now we have this. So we will treat this as equation 4. Fine. We treat this as equation 4. Now what we need? We need theta 3 of S by T of S. T of S is there in equation 1. Theta, now we need to eliminate theta 2 of S from equation 2. So what we can do is, we can equate 1 and 2. We'll equate 1 and 2. So what we get if we equate 1 and 2? T of S into N2 by N1 is equal to K into theta 2 of S minus K into theta 3 of S. Okay, from here what we need to eliminate? We need to eliminate theta 2 of S. So this we take it as equation 5. So the next step would be substitute equation 4 in equation 5. So what do we get if we substitute equation 4 in equation 5? So T of S into N2 by N1 is equal to K into theta 2 will substitute. It is theta 3 of S into J square plus BS plus K divided by K minus K into theta 3 of S. So we are remaining with T of S into N2 by N1 is equal to this K and K get cancelled, and we are remaining with J square plus BS plus K minus K, the whole thing into theta 3 of S. So if we see here, this K and this K get cancelled. So we are remaining with T of S into N2 by N1 is equal to J square plus BS into theta 3 of S. So theta 3 of S by T of S is nothing but equal to N2 by N1 divided by Js square plus Bs. So this is our required transfer function, which is theta 3 of S by T of S. So we need to see which parameters we need to eliminate and thereby obtain the required transfer function. So next we move on to our example on mechanical translatory system. The question is, find the transfer function y1 of S by f of S for the given translational mechanical system. So the system is given translator system where we have two bodies of mass m1 and m2. The applied force is f of t with the displacement y1 and y2. The damper is given by B2, the spring action by K2. The damper or the viscous friction between M2 and M1 is B1, whereas the spring action is K1. So this system is given. So we need to obtain the transfer function y1 of S by f of S. So first we draw the equivalent mechanical network. So to draw the equivalent mechanical network, we need to consider the displacement. So here the displacement is y1 and y2. So we represent it as nodes in the mechanical network. So it is y1 of t and the second node is y2 of t. So the applied force is f of t to the body of mass m1 which has a displacement y1. So we need to represent the applied force f of t at node y1 and the physical body of mass m1, the viscous friction b1 and k1 between the two bodies. So the two body displacement is y1 and y2. So we represent the damper which is b1 and the spring effect which is K1. This is B1 between Y1 and Y2, and here at Y2 we need to represent the mass of body M2, the damper effect which is B2, the friction effect, and the spring which is K2, all with respect to the static reference frame. This is the equivalent mechanical network. Next, from this equivalent mechanical network, we write the differential equations. So the first differential equation, we'll write it by considering node Y1. So the applied force is F of t, which is equal to the opposing force due to M1, B1 and K1. Similarly, if we consider the node Y2, the applied force is 0 with the opposing forces due to M2, B2, K2, B1 and K1. So we write the differential equations. So the first differential equation is by considering node Y1 of t. So the applied force is F of t, the physical body of mass M1. So it is M1 d square Y1 of t by dt square plus B1, it is between Y1 and Y2. So dy Y1 of t by dt minus dy Y2 of t by dt plus K1 into Y1 of t minus Y2 of t. If we apply Laplace to this, it becomes f of s is equal to m1 s square y1 of s plus b1 into s into y1 of s minus s into y2 of s plus k1 into y1 of s minus y2 of s. Treat this as equation 1. Next, we write it at node Y2. So at node Y2, the applied force is 0, which is equal to the opposing forces due to M2. M2 d square Y2 of t by dt square plus B2 dy2 of t by dt plus K2 into Y2 of t plus K1 into Y2 of t minus Y1 of t plus B1 into d Y2 of t by dt minus d Y1 of t by dt. So this is the force equation at node Y2. So we'll apply Laplace to this. So applying Laplace, we get 0 equal to m2 s square y2 of s plus b2 s into y2 of s plus k2 into y2 of s plus k1 into y2 of s minus y1 of s plus b1 into s into y2 of s minus s into y1 of s. So take this as equation 2. So we have equation 1 and equation 2. So those two equations we need to rearrange in order to obtain our required transfer function. So the required transfer function is y1 of s by f of s. So now how many variables do we have? The parameters we have f of s, we have y1 of s, we have y2 of s. Since the equations are lengthier, what we can do is we can write it in the matrix form. Okay, so the first we can write it in matrix form. So the first variable is y1 of s, the second variable is y2 of s. So if we consider equation 1, our left hand side is f of s. If we consider the second equation, our left hand side is 0. So we will fill the remaining parameters now. So if we consider equation 1, we have m1s square plus b1s plus k1 into y1 of s, and y2 is minus b1s plus k1. Similarly, if we consider our second equation, we have minus b1s plus k1 into y1 and m2 s square plus b1s plus b2s plus k1 plus k2 into y2 of s. This is the two equation 1 and equation 2 represented in the matrix form. So we use Cramer's rule here, and we write down our y1 of s. Okay, so the y1 of s here is so y1 of s is equal to 1 by delta, where delta is the determinant of the matrix. We replace the first column elements by f of s and 0. This is nothing but by applying the Cramer's rule, minus b1s plus k1 and m2 s square plus b1s plus b2s plus k1 plus k2. So what is the denominator, that is determinant delta? It is nothing but determinant of the matrix, that is m1s square plus b1s plus k1. This is minus b1s plus k1. Here also it is minus b1s plus k1, and this is m2s square plus b1s plus b2s plus k1 plus k2. So we find the determinant, which is m1s square plus b1s plus k1 into m2s square plus b1s plus b2s plus k1 plus k2 minus b1s plus k1 the whole square. So this is the determinant delta. We have delta is m1 m2 s to the power 4 plus m1 b1 plus m1 b2 s cube plus m1 s square into k1 plus k2 plus b1 m2 s cube plus b1s into b1s plus b2s plus b1s into k1 plus k2 plus k1 m2 s square plus k1 into b1s plus b2s plus k1 into k1 plus k2 minus b1s plus k1 the whole square. This lengthy expression we get if we expand that particular delta. That is nothing but the determinant. So now what is the next step is, we need to separate the terms containing s to the power 4. So which is m1 m2 s to the power 4. If you simplify, s cube will be m1 b1 plus m1 b2 plus b1 m2. S square term will be, this is one expression, okay, s square m1 k1 plus m1 k2 plus M2 K1 plus B1 B2 plus S into B1 K2 plus B2 K1 plus the constant K1 K2. So this is the lengthy expression which we are going to get. Now what is remaining? We have written y1 of s, which was equal to 1 by delta into the matrix. So now we need to write the required transfer function, which is y1 of s by f of s. So that y1 of s by f of s is y1 of s by f of s. That matrix we need to multiply. So we get m2s square plus b1 plus b2 into s plus k1 plus k2 by delta. So from where did we get this? We have already written y1 of s is equal to 1 by delta into the matrix which is f of s 0. Here it is minus b1s plus k1, and this was m2s square plus b1 plus b2 into s plus k1 plus k2. So this we have already written first. So if you cross multiply this, what we get is this particular transfer function. So this is our required transfer function for the given system. So this denominator we have written, which is nothing but the determinant delta, which we have expanded. So even that, if you want, you can write it. So this is the one of the example based on the mechanical translational system. So if we are familiar on how to write the mechanical equivalent network, we can write down the differential equations for any given system and obtain the required transfer function. Thank you.